Renaissance fam, Renaissance Cam here back in effect. Welcome back to my channel. Before we get started, if y'all new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell to be alerted when these videos drop. I hope everybody's doing well. As you can see, we are out in the garden actually. Pollen's going everywhere. I got my two pups in the way, not letting me do a thing. But yeah, we actually doing some beef shanks, all right, on the smoker today. Beef shanks, one of those choice cuts that hasn't really blown up yet, all right? It's actually very, very good. Very, very slept on, very, very affordable as well. All right, I want to say 2 packs of them for $7 a piece, you know, at my local butcher. So now these cuts have the most amazing marbling. It's not high fat, it's not like a ribeye, I should say, because it's, you know, actual worked muscle, but they have wonderful marbling. They're extremely tender when done right. And they pair well with a lot of different stuff. You know what I'm saying? You can go the mashed potatoes, you can go the rice, you can go, you know, any veggies, whatever you want to do. But this is actually a very, very underrated cut, okay? So what we're gonna do, we're gonna pick a few herbs from the garden, pick some broccoli, and we're gonna make us a nice meal with these beef shanks, all right? Ain't that right? Ain't that right? We're gonna make some good, yeah. What's up? What is wrong? What is going on? What is going on? But as y'all can see, I'm not getting any breaks from my dogs. They're ready to eat, and so am I. So we about to go pick these veggies real quick, throw our meat on the grill, and we're gonna take y'all through step by step of how we do it. All right, let's go eat. Come on. All right, guys. So first things first, we're gonna take our beautiful beef shanks. All right, as you can see, they still have the bone in the middle, and they have some wonderful marbling. All right, as you can see in the middle, you kind of got that bone marrow in there. Not kind of got it, but you do have it. That bone marrow is gonna give these an enormous amount of flavor. All right, so we just gonna start with some simple seasoning: salt, pepper, some garlic powder, and some onion powder. All right, that's all we're gonna season with. Then we're gonna take some olive oil and we're gonna rub that all over these bad boys. All right. Now I want y'all to be extremely generous with the seasoning, all right? This is a very thick cut of meat, so you want to make sure you get flavor in that entire bite, all right? Do not skimp on the seasoning because you will end up having, you know, a bland piece of meat. All right, guys, so right here we got our seasoned beef shank, all right? Now, right here we got our pit. We're going to leave them on here for about 2.5 hours at 250, all right? We're going to keep a constant temperature of about 250. We're not going to put them directly on the coals. We're going to actually put them on the outside of the coals and let the internal temperature of the grill actually cook our meat low and slow, all right? All right, y'all, so we've been rolling for about 2 hours. Let's see what we're working with. So as y'all can see, the color is phenomenal, all right? Nice red tint, beautiful char. Right here, we got some rosemary from our garden, and we got some garlic butter. This is just some Kerrygold butter with a little bit of minced garlic in it. And we're just gonna brush this on top of our shanks, all right? So like I said, guys, we're gonna take that rosemary and we're gonna use it just like a paintbrush, all right? Take that garlic butter and baste all around on these shanks, okay? We're gonna get a nice even coating. We're gonna kind of let them finish in this grill while it's low with the heat pretty much off, just using that residual heat to kind of, you know, let it rest a little bit. And then we're gonna take them out and we're gonna wrap them up, and then we're gonna start the second part of the cooking process, all right? All right, guys, now with our shanks on a nice sized baking sheet, we're going to add a little bit of stock, beef stock, preferably, but if you have chicken stock, that'll work as well. Then we're gonna add a few splashes of Worcestershire sauce, and we're gonna cover that with some foil, and we're gonna pop this in the oven for about another 1.5 hours, 2 hours on about 275. We're gonna kind of let that stock bubble up and steam and kind of get this meat as tender as we want, all right? Alright guys, so now it's time to start prepping our veggies, alright? So with our broccoli and our potatoes, we're just going to wash them thoroughly with some lukewarm water. And then to a nice sized stock pot, we're going to fill that halfway up with water, just enough to cover the potatoes. We're going to throw that on the heat, add a few pinches of salt, and then we're going to start chopping our potatoes, alright? You want to make sure that these potatoes are similar in size so that they cook at the same time, alright? So once we finish cutting up our potatoes, we're going to take them and we're going to dump them into the water, alright? Next, we're going to start working on our broccoli, alright? It's very simple with the broccoli. Just cut that loose end that we broke off, cut that off, just for uniform purposes. And then we're going to start chopping up some parsley just for garnishing, afterwards. I actually like the flavor of parsley. It's a little bit, controversial to say parsley has flavor, but I actually like the flavor of parsley, alright? So once our potatoes are done, we're going to take them, we're going to drain them, and then we're going to throw them back in that same pot that we boiled them in, alright? So now it's time to start building our mashed potatoes, alright? So we're going to take about a quarter cup, half cup of heavy cream, pour that in. Don't go overboard, alright? You don't want these to be too watery. We're going to add about 2 tablespoons of butter, and then we're going to add a handful of some of this shaved Parmesan cheese, alright? Then after that, you just season the taste for real. I added a little bit of salt, some pepper, a little bit of onion powder, some garlic powder, and we left it at that, alright? We didn't do too much to it. Next, we're going to take our emulsion blender, and we're going to start blending this down into a nice consistency, alright? Once we get it, fairly smooth with our emulsion blender, we're going to take our hand mixer, and we're going to get it like nicely whipped. It's going to be like a whipped mash. It's going to be super creamy. This is my favorite way to make mashed potatoes, alright? So now it's time to deal with our shanks, alright? As you can see, the steam has really got these jokers cooked down. That bone is starting to have that release to it. I just gave it like a spoon test to see how tender it was. Basically, you didn't want to press any farther. You probably would have made it collapse. But just take a little bit of those drippings, baste it a little bit, and you're ready to go. Right? So now it's time to saute our broccoli real quick, alright? So to a nice sized skillet, all we're going to do is add a little bit of olive oil, about a tablespoon of butter, not too much, and then we're going to put our broccoli in there and just kind of roll it in that olive oil and butter, just kind of get it coated all around it so we kind of get like a crispy edge broccoli. Alright, we're going to add a little bit of chicken stock so it can steam in a flavorful liquid, and then we're just going to simple season it with some salt, pepper, and a little bit of garlic powder. Alright, that's pretty much it for the broccoli. Now this next step is highly optional, but I would highly recommend it, okay? I just took some of those pan drippings, added me a little bit more butter and flour, just a few sprinkles of flour, and then whisked that until it became like a nice gravy. And this is gonna be perfect to top that, beef shank with the potatoes. Mashed potatoes and gravy is like a match made in heaven. So I feel like with the, potatoes, you have to have some type of gravy. So that's what I ended up doing. You don't have to do it, but I would highly recommend. All right. But as you can see, this is the fun part right here, the plating. All right. This is the artistic expression that I get from doing what I do. Okay. So we put the potatoes first, then we put the shank right on top of the potatoes, then we hit the broccoli on the side. I keep saying broccolini because it resembles broccolini, but it's not really a broccolini plant. Okay, it's actually a broccoli plant that kind of flowered out and became a broccolini look-alike, but whatever. But as you can see, it's beautiful. All right, we garnish it with some parsley, put that gravy on top of it, and I'm just giving y'all a few money shots before we dig in. All right, it's time to eat. Let's go. All right, guys, y'all know the drill. We put in the hard work, food is done, time to taste it. Let's get to it. this right here is one of the most underrated cuts on the whole cow, all right? This is the new oxtail, okay? Not a lot of people are making this like this, okay? So I paid $7 and some change for 2 pieces of meat this size right here. And I bought 2 packs, so I got 4 pieces for basically $14, $15, all right? It literally melts, right? We smoked it for the good 2 hours. Then we just braised it in some stock for like another 2 hours, right? Real low and slow, 250 until it just comes apart. It's not like falling apart, but it comes apart like, it just comes apart. It just comes apart. As you can see, we got a beautiful smoke ring right there, right? Smoke ring through and through. It's amazing. I'm gonna show you the bone, right? That's the bone. That's literally bone. Nothing's attached to it. It's just all gelatinous. I can kind of see through it. But like I said, guys, I highly encourage y'all to try this. You know what I'm saying? Just, you know, spread your wings, branch out a little bit. It's a real good option. If you know, like I said, craving oxtails, ribeye steaks, any type of beef, you know. Beef is expensive, all right? This is actually one of the more cheaper cuts. I don't feel like it's gonna be like that for long, all right? But yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video as much as I did making it, all right? I look forward to making more of these, you know, farm to table type deals where we go out to the garden, find something, or even go fishing, you know, go fishing and come back, do catch, clean, and cook, stuff like that. Get some herbs and vegetables from the garden and make something delicious, all right? I enjoy doing that type of stuff, so we'll definitely be doing a lot more of things like that on this channel. But yeah, I appreciate y'all for watching. Once again, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button and stay tapped in with me, all right? Make sure y'all hit that notification bell. That's gonna alert y'all every single time I drop a video, all right? And also hit that like button, all right? The like button, you know, adds more noise to this channel, all right? Helps us hop into that, you know, hard to hop in algorithm and drive this channel up. And, you know, get us some paid sponsorships and stuff like that, all right? We trying to make some money. We trying to, you know, reach out to a larger audience. So just hit that like button, show some support to the channel. We definitely appreciate it. And yeah, thank y'all for watching. I'm gonna see y'all next time. Y'all keep on learning, and I'm out.